Hello YouTube. Yeah, it's after Christmas. This is I was going to do this earlier. This is a Christmas present video, but I didn't actually physically get that many presents. In recent years, I've tended to piss on the spirit of Christmas and ask for money. It's a bit mean-spirited, but problem is I wouldn't know what to want. I'd never know what to ask for, and I don't know what I want. If I don't know what I want, how's anybody else can know what I want, what I like? And now I've got some money. Now I've got some money for Christmas. I still don't know what I want. I don't want anything. I don't know how to spend it. I've been trying to spend it, and I've been trying I'll try and buy something significant, like last year when I bought Castlevania. Buy something significant, so I got something to show for it, rather than lots of tiny little bits. But it's just that I can't do it. There's nothing I really want to pay money for. But eventually I'll get there. But no, I'm showing you it's my Christmas presents, so the few that I've got. This one here, this is a Christmas present. It's part of my uniform in my ongoing war against old people, to scare old grannies, come up behind them and go whoa. Now this is from my sister, and I did drop a few hints I needed a new cardigan. That's very nice too, I quite like it. It's a bit Donnie Darko. Flat air now. Yeah, no, I like that. I should have done the whole thing like that. And I've got this also from my sister. She's had a boyfriend for about a year now, and we've spent the last two Christmases with him and his family together. And when you meet new people and you get to see their Christmas traditions, and it's funny how they differ from ours. And everybody has their own Christmas traditions that you'd never know unless you spend Christmas with them. And they give each other all these weird little presents, like presents at the dinner table and stuff like that, Christmas tree presents. And this was my one. A rubber chicken. Oh yeah, rubber chicken, nothing wrong with a rubber chicken. But then it goes like this. You squeeze it and it goes... It's so disgusting. It's like permanently, it's like hellish, isn't it? It's disgusting. Because there's actually a ball in there. Where is it? Oh, I've broken it. That's up there. Oh well. There's actually a ball in there, so it looks like it's an egg. But and also this beautiful thing. This is absolutely fantastic. It's a tiny little present, look at that. It looks like a box with a load of little metal balls in it, ball bearings. But I've got to be honest, I've got to be really careful with this, because these are magnetic balls. These are really powerfully magnetic. And basically you can make... It's sort of like a scientific demonstration of ordered chaos. Look. You can make all these mad shapes out of it, and the holy grail that I've not been able to achieve yet is a cube, because it's 125 ball bearings, so it's 5 by 5 by 5, and you should be able to make a cube out of it, and I've not been able to, because you can make a strip, but then you're supposed to sort of double it over, but I can never get them to stay together. But I love this. This is a blinding present. It's like a small mini present, but it's mind bending. I spend hours and spend hours with it. But because it's powerfully magnetic, it could really fuck up any sort of anything with memory. So if I put this near my iPod, it would screw it up royally. I don't know the actual scientific workings of how that works, but it's not going near my iPod or I don't know. Might have already affected my computer. Might have screwed up the memory of my computer. I don't know how. You know. Anyway, yeah. get rid of those. This is staying. 2 other presents I got from my sister, Nicky Flanagan Live. Really funny bloke. I've not actually watched this yet, but I've seen some of the jokes in this stand up, in this routine. And the one that cracks me up is the peeper and the PP joke. If anyone's not seen it, check it out. They might have it on YouTube somewhere, I don't know. And a present I'm guessing a lot of people might have had, a lot of people with childish sense of humour, like me. It's the In-Betweeners movie. And yeah, in places it is a bit like Kevin and Perry Go Large, but it's better than that. And I like this because it seems familiar. I've watched it 3 times already, and watching this just reminds me of holiday. Obviously, this is extreme, but it reminds me of holidays I've been on. And some of the stuff just totally rings true. Just you go, oh no, and it feels totally familiar. But there you go. Right. That's it. Those were the presents. But like I said, I've got money basically. I've got money from my grandma. I've got money from my mum. Money from my dad. Money from other people. Didn't get money from my sister because she doesn't give me money. That'd be a bit weird if she did. Yeah, just generally. I mean, and like I said, I can't spend it. One thing I have spent it on is this: 13 Assassins, not 13 Warriors. I keep calling it. I've got to keep in my head, it's not 13 Warriors, it's 13 Assassins by Takashi Miike, I think that's how you pronounce it. One of Japan's most prolific filmmakers. He's just got like a massive catalogue of films and he sort of churns them out, but that's not to their detriment. He makes quality films and they're totally varied as well. You get extreme violence, things like Ichi the Killer, and this actually, again, I've not watched it, but I know it's violent. Ichi the Killer and things like disturbing psychological horrors like oh shit, I forgot what it's called. What's it called? It's not. There's one called Gozu or Gotsu, but it's not that. Oh no, that's really pissing me off now. I'm gonna have to come back to you on that. I'll leave a comment in the box when I've. What's it called? It's about a man who advertises for a wife or a new girlfriend, and the woman he gets is an absolute fruitcake. But yeah, no, all these other things. Some of them are from credit, from Computer Exchange. But I'll get to that later. These first lot are all from GameStation. GameStation who are doing their New Year's sales, and a lot, not 100%, but a lot of their retro stuff. I think most Xbox titles, most PS1 titles, a lot of GameCube titles, excluding PS2, but they're all 49p. 49p. And I went into one in Welling. Went to one in Welling, and the guy goes, just to let you know, all PS1, Xbox and GameCube titles are 49p. Oh wow. And then I picked out a selection and took him to the counter, and he goes, oh, so you're taking advantage of it, are you? I was like, yeah. Don't say that, don't point it out and make me feel guilty, because I'm just hoarding. But anyway, first one, Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark, New Nightmare. The game seemed good nick. Game I wanted, but not something I was prepared to pay lots of money for. It's supposed to be a really nice looking PS1 Resident Evil type survival horror game, with a few gameplay tweaks which make it slightly awkward and difficult to play. Like you have conserving ammo and stuff like that, but they also have respawning enemies, which doesn't help. But again, that was there you go, 49p. So all these next 6 or 5 after that are 49p. Went on a bit of an Xbox binge. Gun. Again, these are all basically this first lot are basically games that I've always wanted to play, but never particularly, because they're plentiful. Never particularly wanted to pay too much money for. I was just happy to buy my time. It's another one. This looks interesting. Cold Fear. I think SNES might have had this, but it looks pretty good. It looks a lot like Resident Evil 4. Set on a ship in stormy seas, and you have the added element of the ships all like pitching and rolling, which will make a nice sort of an extra element to the gameplay. A game that I had in my original Xbox, but played a bit of it, then just traded it in. Don't know why. Did trade it in. Splinter Cell for 49p. These are all these are all complete and in good nick. The discs are okay, I think. And Pandora Tomorrow, 49p. Again, those four games that they're all plentiful games, or maybe not Cold Fear, but the other three at least, they're all plentiful games that I wanted to play, never wanted to pay too much money for. Yeah, so if you've got a game station near you, go down there and check them out. Because this is probably the best of the six. Super Smash Bros. Melee for 49p. The only downside, it's not even a downside really, it's Australian. I won't keep this because it's Player's Choice Platinum, and it's already bugging me. I do want the game, but I don't want the Platinum version. So this is about £9 worth of credit in computer exchange. So this will be traded in, and I'll get something I want. Oh, and that's cynical, isn't it? Cynical, it's disgusting, but just that Player's Choice Platinum, don't know, doesn't sit well. These aren't in all chronological order. Those were from a couple of days ago. This is from last week sometime. This is the game that I mentioned before on my last video, or during my last video, where Ben sent me the Game Boy, because it's a Game Boy game, and it's a game I found in cash converters for £2.99. It's quite a nice little find actually. It's Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, and it's a fucking son of a bitch. It's a fucking son of a bitch. It's a game. It's a really hard game. It's a son of a bitch. It is. It's absolutely just balls hard, rock hard. I can't get beyond like the first few screens. You start off. You pick one of 4 characters. So you play a different part of the game. You can choose which level. They're all odd. I think I've got slightly further in some of the others, but that's £2.99. So that makes Ben's Game Boy to me even better, because that was brilliant timing. From yesterday, actually, this is just the bog standard computer exchange purchase. Samurai Showdown 5. I don't know how good this game is. I think it's pretty standard, but you don't often see this game. It's not an expensive game, but you just don't often see it. I bought this because of that reason, but I was under the impression, I don't know if anybody can tell me, I was under the impression that there was an Xbox version of this. If anybody knows, can they let me know? It's just, I never see it anywhere, never see any records of it. Computer Exchange don't have it on their stock lists. You never see it sold on eBay, but I'm positive I've seen one before. I just don't know. I know it's American. Maybe that's why I'm getting confused. I know the American version of it, but the American version's got a different cover, and I know Xbox games generally have the same covers in Xbox style. So that was £3.50. Again from yesterday. Again. Game Station, a different game station. This is Game Station in Wood Green. A different sort of collection of games. Not all Xbox. First one, Cannon Fodder. Cannon Fodder on Game Boy Color. I used to have Cannon Fodder on the Mega Drive, and it was one of my favourite games. It used to drive me up the wall, but it was just fantastic. So playable. Just a stunning game. Not stunning, but just brilliantly playable. All about the playability and the sense of humour. It's not good for perfectionists, because I could never take it when one of my guys died. You know, you nurse them through this massive chunk of the game, and one of them dies. It just sends you up the wall, and I had to start again. And fuck. Game Station again. Xevious 3D. I just realised I've got a crack on the back bollocks. Xevious 3D stroke G+. I I don't know how. Well, obviously, this is all about the retro. This, I don't know what the 3D game's like. I've not actually played this yet, but yeah, it's a nice collectible game to have. It's not too cheap on eBay, but it's a shooter, and I'd like to have as many shooters as I can on the PS1. And it's 49p. 49p takes away any sort of dilemma. There's no so much of a dilemma when it comes to games like that. Although I have to be honest, I've had to tried to rein myself in, attempted to rein myself in, because I could have spent more, because there were a lot that were 49p. But then I probably would have come back and piled it all up and found that I just left myself under just a pile of shit games I didn't actually want. Just got carried away with the fact they're 49p. So I had to, like I said, rein it in. Another one, 49p, Mortal Kombat 4. I don't know how good this game is. I think I checked it out on GameSpot, and it's got pretty good reviews. I'm really terrible at Mortal Kombat. I used to have Mortal Kombat on my Mega Drive, the original game, and I should take it round to my mate's house and we used to play. And even though it was my game, I used to get my ass kicked, and I was the only person who couldn't do finishing moves. And also, that was the 4. I bought 4 from GameStation. The last one, Crazy Taxi 3. I've never played a Crazy Taxi game, and this isn't a game that you see around. It's not too common, and I'm sure Pete has had this before, SNES, haven't you? And like I said, I've never played a Crazy Taxi game, so I thought, why not? Can you see him there? Should bring him into view. Come into view. Oh, screw it, that'll do. So yeah, so that basically, because of GameStation, that amounts to 10 games for £4.90. So it actually looks like I've bought more than I have. It's just two trips to GameStation yielded 10 games for very little money. There's only not too much to go now. Yeah, before Christmas, I went into Blockbuster just on the mooch, looking for presents, but also looking for myself. And just luckily, on the off chance, found 5 GameCube games, and they were all duplicates by one. One of them was actually Super Smash Bros. Melee Platinum, but I traded it in because it was Platinum, or a player's choice again. So it's weird. They were 99p. So in the last week or so, I've found two Platinum copies, or player's choice copies of Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, the sum total of £1.48, and that one was traded in. This one's going to get traded in as well. But those 5, actually 4, I traded in 4. I've still got one, but that's a player's choice, so that's going somewhere else. Those 4 games came to 24 quid. 24 quid's worth of credit. It's not to be sniffed at for 4 games that are duplicates, or 4 games that I don't want to keep. And again, it's cynical, isn't it? But I can channel it. I can trade up. I can channel it into things that I do want. It's just all about being a bit wise, a bit canny. And you know, I'm not big into this sort of reselling, but just on that small scale, I don't really have too much of a problem. Actually, having said that, I went into GameStation and I've noticed there are in GameStation and Game there are piles and piles of Fire Emblem on the Wii, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn on the Wii. And I know over these last few years you'd see it on and off, pretty rare, you know. You'd see it here and there, but maybe, you know, I couldn't say how often. In these last few weeks, it's been everywhere. And I went into GameStation yesterday and asked the guy just why I've been seeing it everywhere. Why is that? And he said people have been buying them up from places like Amazon and Play, and trading them in for the cash. Buying them up for a tenner, trading them in and getting sort of more money, basically making money out of it. And how fucking cynical is that? That's disgusting. This is me with my Super Smash Bros. Anyway, yeah, I got 24 quid's worth of credit from Computer Exchange. First 2 for a system I haven't yet got, Infinite Space on a DS. I love the idea of it. It's supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be. It's got these gameplay flaws and mechanics flaws, but I love the idea of it. And I know it's a quality game. Bango Spirits for £6 and £5, both £6. Bango Spirits. I've been looking. Really shit. I've been looking for the DC version. It's a Treasure title, so Treasure don't rarely make a bad game, do they? So this is a clue to what I'm looking to spend my money on. I've got 2 DS games. I'm not having a DS, put 2 and 2 together, and I'm looking to buy a DS. I've got one. Actually, I've got 3 DS games now. I've got Etria and Odyssey. So I have been looking out since about last Christmas, looking for a DS Lite in a box for a decent price. And either never had the money at the right time, or never seen something I wanted. But also from Computer Exchange, as part of that, use that credit. Left 4 Dead, the Game of the Year edition, and it's one of the few games I'm prepared to buy second hand without it being a proper bargain, because it doesn't have download content, and you know. If I ever get my arse around to getting an Xbox Live, if anybody's got this game, look me up. I'd love to play this properly online. That'd be just quality. I'm quite happy to play it on my own though. I've not tried it yet. And lastly, also from Computer Exchange, I think it was £6. Champions Return to Arms. I've got the Champions of Norath, Champions Return to Arms. It's basically Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance style dungeon crawler hack and slash, and it's supposed to be quality games. So those four, Bango Spirits, Infinite Space, Left 4 Dead Game of the Year edition, and Return to Arms, were £24 in Computer Exchange, but they were from, that's credit gained from 4 GameCube games that I spent a sum total of £3.96 on. So those 4 games pretty much equate to 99p each. And the final game, just bought from Amazon because it was a game I really wanted. A game that looks stunning. This is a game that's all about less about the gameplay, more about the storyline, atmosphere, emotion, and just the stunning visuals. It's called Fragile Dreams. I've not opened it yet. Fragile Dreams. I know Ibbotson22 and Roleplayer the Gamer have spoken about this, as I've bought it, or talk about its virtues, and it looks stunning. I've looked at some LPs of it, and it does. It looks like basically you're playing an anime. Anybody who's into anime could get kicks out of this. Should get a kick out of it. It's not for pure gameplay whores. I don't think they'd enjoy it so much. I don't think it looks a bit like Silent Hill 2. There's a mechanic with a torch. You spend a lot of time shining your torch around, and it's that sort of perspective, but totally different gameplay. I think the combat looks a bit naff. Basically, you're a kid and you hit stuff with a stick. I think it's a bit of a button basher, from what I've gathered. Don't know. Anybody can enlighten me, let me know. But it's a game that seems to sort of divide people. Some people will hate this, but a lot of people absolutely love it. And often games like that are my sorts of games. So, and this has become really difficult to find. I got it from Amazon. It was, what was it? £10.92 plus £2.3 postage, so £12.95 altogether, which is about as cheap as I've been able to find it. So there you go, it's all my stuff. Three DVDs. Just be careful with my little ball of my magnetic balls, and this beauty. I think I've knackered it because there's actually a ball inside which is supposed to descend into the sack, and you can see it like knocking around. Well, I can feel the ball up there, and it won't come down. Its balls have rescinded. This ball needs to drop. 25 minutes, shit. Yeah, thanks for watching. Not as quick as I was hoping it would be, but there was quite a lot to get through. I'm going to try and do a PS1 collection video, because I don't know, it feels right. It feels right, and it needs to update it. It's been a while. And referring to In-Betweeners films, I might do in Sean Sidious's recent Q&A. He was asked the question about any beer stories, any interesting beer stories, and I just left a comment about how I reckon we can make a good tag out of people's beer stories. That's a bit childish, isn't it? And it's not something everyone will find funny, but I love a good beer story. You just leave your, you know, leave any sort of sensibilities you have by the door and just sort of screw it. And anybody who's got any good beer stories can take part. I might do that. I've got one or two, but most of them, I'm just basically me acting like a twat. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to try and buy. I've said I've got some money from Christmas. I'm going to try and buy some more over. I need to buy something. I've not actually had a proper Christmas present yet. It's theoretical. I just feel hankering to buy. Like, I'm trying to get a DS or something. Or I might even get a PSP, because there's some really good games. Games I really like to play on a PSP. I can get both. Who knows? Yeah. Going to PS1 collection video. My beer stories. Was it beer stories tag? I reckon that'll be good for a laugh. Yeah, and that'll be it. I no doubt you'll see me pretty soon. I'll be, you know, knocking around. Thanks for watching. See you later. I'm off to go and bother some grannies.